Okay, my friends, I am back, and I'll show you how far I have gone. I'm going to move some things in here so you can actually see. Alright, so the last time we spoke, we have finished our cone. We have done, sorry, let me move this further, so sorry. Okay, last time we spoke, we had finished with our cone, and it was all, the whole thing had been done with the glue, the hot glue gun, and then we went over with our Inca Gold over it, so it looked like that. And then you saw me how I put my this very wide, beautiful French lace. So we have done all that, and then we have stuffed paper inside because obviously we're not putting things all the way to the bottom. And I always just put paper so things have a substance, you know, to stand on. And what I did, I just put a little bit of lace, any old lace that I might have had, you know, saved up. I put some in the bottom, and then I put this little beautiful doily on top. Okay, just kind of spread out that way so it kind of comes out on the back a little bit, not too much. And it's still raw in the front. I haven't done, you know, much to it since the last time you saw. Now the front, I did use one of those nameplates or drawer pulls, I think they are. Used to be like old library pulls, knobs. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is from Seven Gypsies, but I could be wrong. And then I put the name, the word Bliss in there, so you can, you know, see that that's the only thing. I've never seen a Tussie Mussie with the nameplate on, and I thought, well, you know, why not? Let's do that. So I put that there, okay? And then I created this beautiful charm that is a stick pin. And then I created all those little charms that you see in there. Nothing to it. I mean, everybody knows how to make charms. So that's basically what I did. I did two little pearls on the bottom. And then I have two these are Czechoslovakian glass beads. And this is just a regular glass bead that I put in there over a little chain that is hanging out from the, you can see this little, there it is, you can see it is hanging from one of the loops of the stick pin, I think, what do you call this, the middle parts, anyhow, the ends of those, they have a name, I know that, but I can't remember. Anyhow, so that one, they come with a loop, so you can hang things out of it, and that's what I did, okay? And I apply this also, this glass bead in the bottom, and I stuck it right so it'll go through the paper in there, so it's not, this puppy is not coming out at all. So that's what I did for the bottom, or for the actual stick pin right next to it. We're not done, okay? And then we finished, I think you got to see the flowers that, you know, you and I created together. This is what they end up being out of one of the papers. So I still don't know where I'm going to put them, but we're going to use them. And then bottom part of the Tussie Mussie, I just put a, it's kind of a large eyelet in it, or it's not an eyelet, it's like a grommet, because it's really, really big. And I wanted something very sturdy for the bottom. And from there I had one of those Tim Holtz clasp chain, and I made all this little charms in here. I put this big one in aqua blue, and then this kind of a see-through, you know, clear. And then I made this charm with one of those little, you know, beads that you can put in the middle of other bigger beads or something like that. Anyhow, and then I put a glass bead in there too. And then I had I have made this little charm long time ago, and it's really grungy and kind of, let's see if you can see that, it's kind of beat up, but I liked it. And I put, you know, heart of my little gypsy girl that I have in my, it's a logo. She's in there, so I put that. It was, I think it used to be a, what do you call this, a soda, I'm losing my mind today. But anyways, it was for my soda. Just made with licorice, you know, that's what I can remember. Anyway, so I flattened it, and then I went ahead and put that my logo girl in there, and I just hanged it from there. In the bottom part, I used several keys in one lock, and this I don't know, I think this were Prima, if anything, I can't really remember, but they're very little, so I decided to put them all in there to kind of just give it some weight and some substance. So that's basically what I worked on since the last time we spoke, just to make these charms. that stick pin that I just, showed you. And also I created this beautiful stick pin or hat pin, whatever you want to call. And let me see if I can zoom in now. There we go. So look how beautiful it is. So this is a bead that has sequins on it, and then there's those medium ones, and then we have this same bead that I had used on the other one, this aqua blue. So a crystal there, another glass bead, and another metal kind of squirrely around bead. And if you notice that bead right there, it's kind of squirrely, just like the pattern that we used on our Tussie Mussie. So I thought that it kind of would go with it. That's the reason why I used it twice. So this will be in our Tussie Mussie. Once I put everything that that I'm trying to create, it'll go in there. It'll stick in there. And right now, my next move is to finish. I am going to make a little album, just like a really mini, really mini. I think this one, the size of it is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I am using this paper from the paper collection, and I am going to be using Tim Holtz, his ideology cards that has the numbers on it, and those are going to be the pages inside. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just gluing the two papers for front and back, and this is backwards. All right, there we go. Not that really anybody's going to notice, but. Alright, so here we go. We have the two pages. So I cut my chipboard a little bigger than this because these are 1.5 by 2.5. So I wanted to go 1/4 around them more. So I went 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. The chipboard and also my cover paper on this ones. So what we're going to do now is going to put 2 eyelets on this ones and make the holes and put the eyelets and connect them and just put the album in there. Let me set myself up with my eyelets and we'll be right back. Okay, my friends, we'll continue. You've seen how I cover the paper, the chipboard with the paper that I already cut, and then I went ahead and pre-made the holes on both of the front and back, and then I made the hole on all of the cards for Tim Holtz, so they're all have that done. So we'll go ahead and let me see. Let me get behind this. I'm a 7 person, so I'm going to leave that in the front. Okay, so what we're going to do, I know this is my front, and then I also use my Stay On to kind of distress the ends of it, back and front on both of them. Now we're going to start by putting our ring binder through all this. You're going to have to go a little bit at a time because it's kind of a thick, stack. And this is the smallest I have, so it's going to have to do. There's that. Looks like this one then. Oops. There's that. Some of them are falling, hello. Because the hole is so little, really. Oh, this one doesn't have holes. Okay then. No, it does. They're just backwards. Oh, Gladys. I guess I don't even know what days is some days for me. Alright, so I'm almost done. Just putting the top. And there it is. So this is how it's going to look. There's all of them right there. And let me zoom out so you can see a little bit right there. Okay, so I finished with that. Let me see if this is going to. It's a really thick stack of cards, so it takes a while for them to kind of. And then I pre-made the holes in there exactly the same size as the wire. So it wants to move, but it's just having issues. Maybe move a little bit at a time. And once they get used to that size in there, I didn't want to make them too big and then end up ripping them. Although this album is not going to be, we're going to be putting miniature pictures into it. Okay, so that's the front of my little book, and now I gotta put the other one, the other ring. I didn't want it really this rings, but I don't think they sell any smaller. I don't think they might, but I've never seen any smaller ones. Okay, so there's that much going in. Yeah, you just have to get some of them and put them in, and get some more and put them in. And there it is. It's just so thick, you know. Wow, it really doesn't want to go in. Okay, let me see if I can work with this a little bit. Alright, my friends, we have finished our book, and it's all nice and ready to go. So 1 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then using Tim Holtz cards and numbers stack that he has. The box looks like this. You've all seen it, I'm sure. It goes in here, and we're going to use it as an embellishment. I do have to create 6 embellishments for this DT project. So we have 3 already. We have the flowers, we have the mini album, and then we have the Tussie Mussie itself that was made out of that paper. Now I'm going to create, we created this fan, or I created this fan using this this paper from the collection. I have this template saved up. I really don't know where I got it from, and the paper doesn't say anything where it came from. So obviously I just downloaded it. I don't even know when. But I've had it there, never used it, so I thought this would be a good opportunity. Now, it's made so you can print it on an 8.5 by 11, but I wanted to make it a little smaller, so I printed it so I could have 2 of them of 5 by 7 size. And then this is the size that they're going to, you know, come up to. So what I did, I put my pattern papers side down, and I put glue on the back of my pattern paper, and then I applied it to the paper, make sure it's got, you know, really well, and stuck to the design paper, and then I just cut all the patterns. Okay, that's basically what I did, and in that way they're going to be a little bit more, they'll have more consistency to, you know, for you to move them around. And then I went ahead and made a hole on them. You know, they have the pattern comes with that little, it tells you where to punch the hole in there. So, and I'll put this on my, I'll try to put a link here on this video, but then also it will be for sure on my Heart of a Gypsy on Facebook page. And all that information, if I forget to put it here in this particular video, you can always go to my homepage for YouTube channel, and on the side you'll have all that information for all my pages everywhere. My blog, my my Etsy, my Pinterest, everything, and then the businesses that I also, or the other pages that I design for. So they'll be there in case that I forget, but I'll try not to forget. Okay, so here is the fan. You'll end up with 5 little pages that look like that. Okay, so I decided that I was not going to put an eyelet on all of them. I'm just going to do the back and then the front. That's the only ones that I think I'm going to do. But we did this already. And then I also stamped them. I distressed the edges with my Saddle Brown Stays On. And then I used this stamp to create some collage in the back, because I didn't want, they just look too white and too blah. So I went ahead and did that. So my next action would be, I want to stamp this paper. It's beautiful, but I want to stamp over it, but without taking away its beauty, because it has, I love this paper. It has all kinds things that we used to have perhaps when we were little, or our mothers used to have, all the stuff from vintage times that that we remember perhaps, or even our grandmother having. So it's just really, really cute, filled with all kinds of cute stuff that, you know, most of us probably would love to have. It has a typewriter, it has an old vacuum cleaner, old lamps, like an inkwell, perfume bottle, my goodness, just everything from that time, clothespin, just everything. It's just really, really cool paper. So I don't want to take away from that, but I just want to add to bring it out. I am going to use this plain script, okay, and I'm just going to stamp over them like that. And yes, I do put the paper here because this is foam on the bottom, and when you stamp over it, and I do it all the time. I mean, look how dirty it is. But it takes a long time for it to dry. So when I go and put the next project into it, you know, during the same time that I'm making the project, it'll dirty it again. So that's the only reason why I put the paper. Not that I'm that careful. And I think I'm going to put one this way, so we have enough. We have that evenness for my stamp, as close as they can be. So I can do just one stamp. Or probably two. Okay. I don't care if some are going to be upside down. It doesn't matter to me. It's just that distressed look that I'm looking for. That's all. Very good. This one, you can't really tell too much on that one, but that's fine. We can do the two best ones for the front and back. So this is what you're going to do. Put them like that. I'll put it in there. So I'm playing cards already, huh? Okay, so that's basically right there, okay? So now I can move this paper, move the foam, and start working and using this. I gotta go get my eyelets and we'll be right back. Okay, my friends, so here's my, I think I am going to put the eyelets on all of them because I found these tiny, tiny ones among my stash. Didn't even know I had them. You know, you guys don't know anything about that, huh? I'm so bad. Sometimes I buy things and I'm a pack rat. What can I say? Alright, so I'm going to use my, that may not work. Let me see. Let me come back. Let me fix this. And we're back. Yeah, I was just using the wrong bits to, apply my eyelids. But look how small they are. So I'm thinking that it just probably helps with the sturdiness of the fan. And look how nice it looks. I don't know if you can see it, but they look really nice. So since they're so small, they might not, I don't think they're going to create that big of an issue. And we'll put some seam binding and maybe a little bit of a lace to it. Okay. Yep. I'm glad I decided to put it on all of them. They look nice. So glad I had this little eyelets. So glad. Okay. So they are done. Let me put this away. And ready to proceed. And this is up. Okay. Alright. So here is your little mini fan. I'm thinking maybe some bling can go on it. Let me see what I can find. Okay, my friends, so basically what I've done is put it, bind it together with this little ribbon underneath here. And then I just put some bling. I had a lot of these ones right here, kind of pieces of leftovers basically. And they're going to go in here on all of them. So they're all going to have a little bit of bling on themselves. It's not much because I don't want to deter from the paper, but something has to be shining up there, I think. Alright, so and I have one more little piece. Goodness gracious, these are difficult to manage once they're put together. Okay, there they are. Alright, so and my last piece goes on this one. And we're done with the fan. Isn't that pretty? I think it's very cute. So, alright, so there's my 4th embellishments. Let's get the rest of them done, and it is time to wrap it up. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, my friends, we're going to make some tags with the leftover paper that we have. I'm just trying to cut out the white part of the paper so I can make my tags. I like to take advantage of all the paper that we have, and oops, I cut it really crooked in there. Alright, now I snip it. I have a mess in here. I really need to clean up and get my act together. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. That was the back of the paper. And now we're going to make it even here. Ready to... Okay. I don't have any specific size. I'm just going to go with what I got in here, and we're going to go at 2 3/4, I think. Just because, I don't know, I really don't. I'm not going through none of them, so. And this, I think we can do 2, because this measures almost 3. It's like 3 and like 2 and 5, no, like 2 and 7/8. So we're going to do not quite 1 1/2, but right there, just to cut it in half and utilize it for tags. There. It's still not half, but whatever. We're not throwing them away. I'm going to go for the 2 1/2 on this one. So 2 1/2. Oops. I just take advantage of all the little pieces that we have left. You know, it's just don't want to throw them away. All right. So I know none of them are the same size, so I can't put them on top of each other and just cut them all. You're just going to do a little bit of a snip, nothing much. I don't use my, you know, I have a my chomper to do the tags or the ends, the Art Deco one, but it cuts too much in my opinion. So for bigger things I will use it, but for this, nah. And then we'll make the hole for the reinforcements. See if I can put this ones together in one corner. I might be able to get away with it. Looks like I did. Okay. These ones are the same. Okay. Alright, so now what are we going to do? It's do the center, punch them so I can do my reinforcement. I think it's about there. And I'm going to use several of them. It's easier. Okay. And these two, we can center them so they can, there's 2 in there. These 2 are the same, so I guess I can put them together. Yeah, there's 3. Alright, so same thing. You know, sometimes I don't cut them the same size and do a boo-boo, but it's okay. They're not, these ones are not difficult to cut. Okay, so basically that's what we're doing. And now let me get my and I do have already this one's pre-done. All I did was to put some StazOn on it. Any ink will do as long as it's permanent ink. Well, I guess you can put the other ones too, you know, but just make sure that you don't put any humidity on them, because if it's not a permanent ink and if they get humid, they'll start to bleed. Alright, so it's easier for me to do it this way, so I have to do it that way. And I'm using this blue one because even though we don't have a lot of blue, but there's hints of blue into the paper, and I just wanted to bring that out. Blue is not my favorite color, it's never been, but I am trying to work on that, to work on things that I haven't done, or, you know, get out of my shell, get out of my comfort zone. Green is my color. Green and the browns, that's me. But, okay, I'm trying to be diverse here. So hopefully I accomplish that. But so I take advantage when I see the paper that has, you know, things like this little corner right there. This paper line, you know, yesterday commodities are just beautiful. But she's got very beautiful papers, you know. Tsuname Rose Designs. So stop by and see her. She's got an Etsy store. She's got Zivit store, and also she's got a page on Facebook, and she does have her blog, and all that information is going, you know, below here, so you'll have all that there. But she's got so many things, and then she's got freebies to give away, you know, all those goodie stuff. So she's got a lot of good things. I haven't seen a lot of steampunk with her line, and I'm gonna ask her. You know, she does a lot of flowers and a lot of pinks, and they're very nice. I'm just not pink myself. It looks nice when somebody else makes it. It doesn't look good when I make it. So obviously it's not my niche, you know. But all right, so here's my. Now, I'm not going to use all this ones, obviously, but, you know, I have the paper and I had to make them. So they're going to go somewhere in there. I'm going to put them in there. So that's my 5th, and I need to come up with one more. So let me do some thinking and see what else I can come up with. And I'll see you in a little bit. All right, we are back. I came up with a 5th, or I'm sorry, the 6th embellishment that I'm going to use for my Tussie Mussie. It's already looking full and nice, so that's very nice. And then we're going to start gluing everything together. But I cut out this little piece of paper. What I did, I have a whole page that I have printed, the 8.5 by 11, and I cut it in quarters. And then I went over with my puncher that has this scallop right here. So that's what I did on all around it, and then I distressed it a little bit with a StazOn. So now we're just going to curl it, just the way we did at the beginning, okay? And the reason why I curl it, oh, I'm sorry, that I, not curl it, what am I saying? That I did it inside is because I'm not going to put anything else inside, but maybe something sticking out, but I don't want to do a coating of another paper in there. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, okay? So now I'm going to go glue it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there is the Tussie Mussie, the little baby Tussie Mussie that is going to be in there. I think it's very cute. Alright, so there's that. And then I put a pin, just an old wooden pin. You can buy this, you can still buy these ones in craft stores, you know. I wrapped around some just like a satin ribbon on the bottom, blue, so it'll show through the lace right here, and I just apply that kind of cotton old-fashioned lace over it, and that's what I just wrapped it around, and that's going to be in here together with my little fan and my book and my little and the baby Tussie Mussie right there. So that's the way it's going to look. Okay, so now I'm going to start gluing everything together so I can start taking pictures of this, and so everybody can see the finished product. So I was thinking of putting these 2 flowers in here, kind of off center from each other. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's get some glue in here. I'm going to stretch this right here. There it is. Just hot glue in there. And some hot glue in there. Okay, so the flowers are done. Well, those flowers are done anyhow.